Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Lazer Tempo KinetiCore road cycling helmet. When Lazer's KinetiCore technology was first introduced, it not only offered an integrated approach to rotational impacts, but also a more affordable design approach. The new Lazer Tempo KinetiCore helmet that we have here brings that promise to fruition, the really impressive $49.99 retail price that doesn't skimp on safety features. You can see packaging is very simple. You have the cardboard box with a flat out design. Helmet's fully exposed here with a little cutout. And basic branding on here. You have the nice green KinetiCore brand. We have the standard size. It's actually a unisize, so one size fits most. And the Cosmic Berry, which is one of the coolest names for a color. We'll go ahead and take it out of the box and go over the specs. So again, retail price on this, only $49.99, so very cheap. And it's a great way to get into the KinetiCore technology without having to break the bank. It has a Virginia Tech 4-star rating, so it is a safe helmet that's tested very well. It has a TurnSys system. It's not as advanced as their other offerings, but you have a rear dial, adjustable side straps, and a basic plastic buckle. It is a one-size-fits-all again, so in actuality, it's more like a one-size-fits-most, and it's printed as a 54-61. This is compatible with their universal rear LED, which is a really nice feature, and that's what this little USB slot is. It's just a little rectangular cutout. You put the light in, and it'll lock into place. In terms of what comes with the helmet, obviously you get the helmet, some basic tags that give you information about KinetiCore and the brand, and then a little safety pamphlet in here with a little QR code to find out more about the helmet. Now let's take a look at the weight of the helmet. Again, this is a one-size-fits-most, and it's for the North American market if that matters. It comes in at 266, so pretty lightweight, especially for such an entry-level helmet. The Lazer Tempo KinetiCore is one of the most affordable KinetiCore helmets that Lazer currently offers. And even though it's not as fancy as the Vento or the other high-end offerings, it's one of the more exciting helmets in the lineup as it gets you within the KinetiCore technology at a very affordable price point. Lazer offers this in 7 different gloss colors. You can see we have the Cosmic Berry here, which is a deep purple and looks really cool. They also have a variety of white, black, and a couple of fade options from front to rear. What's interesting is that Lazer also has a variation of this with a little built-in visor that's called the Codax, and that's actually geared toward gravel or mountain bikers, as you have a little protection from the sun, but it appears to be the same helmet with just a slightly heavier weight due to that visor. The helmet itself has a sleek road cycling profile, so it's very shallow. You don't have this extended coverage on the back that you would see with a mountain biking helmet. And it looks good, even though it's only $50. It looks like it's a higher end helmet. You can see the inside is really what makes this helmet special though. It's that KinetiCore technology. So you can see all these ridges here. These are EPS crumple zones. So like your car, these are designed to crumple if you had an accident. And when they get crushed, they absorb that rotational impact. So instead of having a MIPS liner or additional parts, you have a more sustainable and affordable approach to building a helmet, which is really nice to see. So again, really affordable way to get into technology. Now, some of the signs of the cost cutting to achieve that lower price is the fact that you have this unfinished rim. So you have exposed foam all the way around here. You only have 19 vents versus the 20 plus you get in the other helmets. And you can see some of these vents aren't actually vents, they just cut them out and left the foam there. The vents, they're all a little bit smaller than some of the higher end offerings like the Tonic. So it just seems like they didn't cut them out as much and left a little bit more foam here. It's slightly heavier as well, but at 260 grams, it's still a very light helmet. On the rear, you even have the Lazer universal LED attachment. So this is the little attachment light. It's about $25. It slides in and then locks into place. So very simple design, and it actually looks like a USB Type-C slot. That gives you some rear illumination, and it's available with all their KinetiCore helmets. The other sign that they've done a little bit of cost cutting is the fit system. So this is what they just call their TurnSys system. It's not the advanced variation. Unlike Lazer's higher end offerings, which have a belt sys design, which is a little belt on top with a top mounted approach, which leaves the bottom really open. You get a basic dial here. No height adjustment, so you can see this is fixed in place. You can simply adjust the rear This is a one size fits most, which is a little bit strange. Even though they have all the color options, they decide not to offer any size options. So if you're at the extremes of the sizes, I wouldn't recommend this. Instead, if you're in the middle, this actually works well. So it's 54 to 61. So if you're anywhere in between, this should still fit well. The fit system also is a little simpler. So you can see the strap here. It actually runs through the center of the helmet, which is really a little bit strange. So you can see it goes through here, down the center. It's actually visible from the exterior. Normally this actually stops at the edges and is attached at 2 points. With this one, they just attached it through there. So when you're putting on the helmet, you'll actually notice this can really move quite a bit of distance. So you just want to get those even when you put it on. And then you get a simple plastic buckle with nylon straps. These sides are adjustable as well. So you can really get the nice fit, but it is a little bit unusual that if you tug on them, it kind of pulls down. So you do just have to be aware of that. But otherwise, a very affordable helmet that still looks pretty good. Here you can see the Tempo on the road, and overall it's a pretty attractive helmet, even though it's only $50. The profile and the color schemes make it look a lot more expensive. You have plenty of airflow through the helmet as well. You can see all the vents on the front and rear. They really help air get through it, and you don't have any MIPS liner blocking it. So thanks to that KinetiCore, the helmet is lightweight at only 260 grams. So it gives you that safety. You can see from that side profile, it also is a shallow helmet, so it sits higher up on your head like road cycling helmets, and leaves plenty of space for sunglasses, and keeps the rear nice and open. Even with this more basic fit system, it is still a comfortable helmet. We are a size 58 and traditionally wear a medium. And this one also fits well, so we're able to adjust the dial and the straps. But you do have the extra bulk because it does fit larger heads. So it's 54 to 61, which means it's a little bit wider and bulkier than our medium-sized helmet. Also, if you're at the limits, we'd recommend wearing the tonic, which give you more size options. But otherwise, pretty comfortable helmet and a great way to get into the Lazer lineup without breaking the bank. Now let's do a little comparison across Lazer's helmet lineup. We have their high-end Vento, the mid-level Strada, we have the Tonic, which is their more affordable option, and then the budget Tempo here. You can see, if we compare the Tempo and the Tonic first, they're very similar designs. In fact, it looks like the molds are almost identical. The vents on here are larger on the Tonic here. It's about $20 more than the Tempo. And you can see the side vents are actually cut out on the Tonic, while the Tempo actually has them filled in, which helps it achieve this one-piece design, while it appears like these might have a two-piece shell. You can see otherwise very similar design, and they're both shallow road cycling style helmets, so they're pretty shallow, they're not like a solid dome. They sit high up on your head, plenty of room for sunglasses, and they don't extend very far on the rear. They're both pretty attractive, but you can see the budget price means you have exposed foam on the edges, as well as more foam on the vents. One big difference between the Tonic and the Tempo is the fact that the more affordable one is a one-size-fits-all, while all the other ones offer you different sizes from small, medium to large. The fit system is also a little bit different. With this one, you get height adjustable cradle, a standard dial, and then you can see the straps here are actually built into the helmet on the Tonic, while the more affordable Tempo has this more unusual interconnected design. So this same strap runs through here and actually runs through the full helmet, so you can adjust it back and forth. Not quite as fitted as the higher end helmets, but still works well. All of these have the light attachment too. So with any KinetiCore helmet, you can purchase the optional rear LED. And this has a motion and ambient light sensor and gives you some more visibility. It's a great option if you're doing urban riding where you want to be seen. So two great offerings. I would say the Tonic is probably the one to get if you're on a budget because it looks really good. You have all the ventilation and you still get the variable sizing to get the one that really fits you. As you go up in the price, that's when you get some additional features. This is the Strada. You can see a little more stylized than say the Tonic or the Tempo with this two-piece design. So you have a separate color on the bottom. More swoopy, but they're both shallow. So still shallow road cycling designs. You get more graphics options with this. It's almost like a sunset feature. Big vents, and again, with this more expensive design, you get that fully finished shell. So it covers up that rim with the foam only on the inside. All of these have the KinetiCore feature though, so you can see the little crumple zones on the inside. It eliminates the need for a MIPS line or any additional pieces, so keeps them all really lightweight. The other difference between the Tempo, Tonic, and the higher end offerings is the fact that you have a basic dial versus the belt-assist system. A little bit of a novelty, but it does keep the rear open, so if you have long hair, you might want to consider the Strada or the Vento. At the top end, you have the Vento, which is more aerodynamic, so less open vents, but you have these little hidden vents on the side with the speed dimples. So a little cooler looking, and again, with that belt-assist design, it keeps everything really simple and the rear cradle open versus, say, the Tonic, which has a more traditional rear dial. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the Lazer Tempo helmet. What we like about it is that it's very budget friendly. At only $50, it's the most affordable KinetiCore helmet they offer. They also have a wide range of color schemes, so even though it's a budget price, you can really find the one that matches your bike and cycling kit. Also with this helmet, you get the KinetiCore safety system, which offers the safety of a rotational protection system without blocking any of the airflow inside the helmet, so it's nice and open. The main con for this helmet is the fact that it is a one size fits most, so if you're at the extremes of the 54 to 61 range, I'd recommend going up to the Tonic helmet instead, which offers multiple sizes. Taking everything into account would give the Tempo an 8.8 out of 10. It's a nice entry-level KinetiCore helmet that's very affordable. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.